Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Lehman from Math with Mrs. Lehman, and I am going to review some of the Khan Academy assignments that you had. In the background of this video, you may hear the featured noises of a 16-year-old beagle. He likes to snore and whatnot, so anyway, enjoy those. So anyway, if you go to Khan Academy, I'm going to get out of that app, go to your icon. You can log in obviously at khanacademy.org using the password and account that you've set up. But if you have the app, you can also just click on the app and it will go, make sure you're signed in again. If you need to sign in, go to manage teachers and add the code that I've given you. There are still a few, very few people who have not signed up yet and have linked to the class. So in order to get credit, you need to make sure you're linked. Anyway, so when you see my assignments, you're going to only see 4 things. And what was happening at first, until I kind of put the word out that you had 7 things, kids were doing just these 4. You need to make sure you click on See All. And then it will show you all the things that are due, the due dates, and if you have them done or not, and what your grade is. You can also go to Past Assignments. So even if you did not do the past assignments, please feel free to go through and do any of the statistical questions assignments on there, and I will be happy to still give you credit on those, all right? So make sure you get those done. I'm going to go back to upcoming assignments. So the first 2 that you see are just videos on how to do mean, median, and mode, and then the third thing you see, calculating the mean, is an article. So it takes you through a few examples and shows you how finding the mean works, finding the average works, and how to calculate it, and gives you all the steps and some examples that you can try there. Calculating the mean. So I did this one before. I'll do it again. This is take 2 on this video, but I had some technical glitches. So here we go. Calculating the mean. Let's go. All right, so it says the following table shows the number of words that each student found in a word search puzzle. So Fen, Yaz, and Luke did these. They had 28, 26, and 24. If you use the hint, that's what kind of got me in a glitch with this a little bit ago. So try not to use the hint in the app if you don't need to, just because it kind of caused some issues for me. But anyway, if you click on the little scribble in the lower left-hand corner, that lets you do any writing that you need to. So 28, 26, and 24, you can feel free to use a calculator. That does not bother me one bit, because the reality is adults use calculators all the time. And as long as you know the process of addition, let's be efficient with the tools that we have. So 28 plus 26 plus 24 is a total of 78. All right, so you're going to take that sum, 78, and we are going to count that we have 1, 2, 3 different sets of words or numbers of words that we looked at here. So 78 divided by 3 equals 26. So that means 26 words was the average, or we say the mean, all right? So 26, you're going to click in there, type in 26. Make sure your volume's up, because you want to make sure you hear the fun sound effects. Yay. All right, let's go to the next one. A group of kids just finished trick-or-treating. The number of pieces of candy collected by each kid is listed below. Those are some good stops. Either that or they stopped to a lot of houses. Who knows? Something worth studying. All right. So we need to add 47 plus 35 plus 32 plus 41 plus 30. So you have all 5 of those numbers. You can add those up. Obviously, when people are doing large studies of something, they put this stuff into a spreadsheet or whatever and use the sum button. Alright, so 185, it finds the sum. You need to just add it right now, because you are not a computer. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 185 divided by 5. So again, I'm dividing by the number of data values we had. So we had 5 kids trick-or-treating, so we want to figure out how much candy each kid had typically. So it was pretty average for a kid to get around 37 pieces of candy. So, oops, erase that thing I did. So I'm going to type in there 37 and check it. Woohoo! Great work. You got it. 2 more. All right, the following table shows the results of a vote for Lola's dance team's color. So 9 people voted for blue, 4 people voted for green, 8 people voted for red, 3 for yellow, and 5 for pink. So we need to add all of those up. 9 plus 4 plus 8 plus 3 plus 5. So go ahead and do that. 9 plus 4 plus 8 plus 3 plus 5. Now, showing your work on that, I would, write the total. So 29 divided by the 5 different colors. So each color got an average of 5.8 votes. All right, so 5.8 votes. Check that. All right, so let's keep going. Next question. Farmer Holstein weighed each of his cows. He found that Joe weighs 711 kilograms, Marty weighs 533 kilograms, and Jennifer weighs 664 kilograms. So you got to add up those 3 numbers, find the sum. 711 plus 533 plus 664. I love that he's named these cows, by the way. So that's a total of 1908. He had 3 cows, so we're dividing it by 3, and that's how we get 636 kilograms is the typical weight for one of Farmer Holstein's cows. So 636, check it. All right, let's go on to the next one. And again, make sure that volume's up for that. You get some energy points, yay, yes. All right, and you can see in the 4th row down, complete 100%. All right, now we are going to do calculating the median. All right, now I started this earlier and it was giving me all kinds of problems. Let's see if I can get it to work now. It locks me in this section. It's 3. The answer is 3. So I am not 100% sure why that did that, but it is obviously a big old glitch. So, I don't know how to fix that, but we're going to go to calculating the mean data displays. You might need to go finish that one on a computer because that one, after I clicked on use a hint, it wouldn't let me get out of that screen. I have no idea. It's probably something super simple, but I'm just not going to record me trying a million things. All right, so we have 81 as a height of one kid in the daycare. So we would take 81. Another kid was 83. Another kid was 84. And 2 kids were 85. All right, so this right up here is what we call a dot plot. All right, we'll be studying those more in a little bit, but that is a data display. It's a way of showing our data that has been collected. So, all right, let's see. Now that I've erased all that. All right, so we need to find the sum of those numbers. So I'm just going to use a calculator. 81 plus 83 plus 84 plus 85 plus 85 equals 418. There were a total of 5 toddlers. So divide that by 5. It's going to be 83.6 centimeters typically. All right, and one thing that they do in data display, just a little heads up preview, 83.6, so they would put a little triangle, mathematicians would, right there, because that's kind of like the balancing point. It's a measure of center. Now you can see that there are obviously, kids that are on the higher height realm of things here, like the 85 centimeter tall kid in the 84, right? But that little shorty down here, 81, kind of pulled down the average. I wouldn't consider that an outlier, but like if you had a kid that was 70 or like 60 centimeters tall, that would obviously be an outlier. That would not be typical. Just like if you had one that was 100 and everyone else was like 85, that would be a really tall toddler in that daycare. So we call those extreme values outliers, because they lie outside of the norm, so to speak. But anyway, the mean is definitely affected by an outlier, just like if you were to get a poor grade on something, that really drags your average down. Or if you get a really high grade that is not typical for you, that really pulls the average up. So anyway, 83.6 seems pretty reasonable there. So let's type that in. 83.6 and check. Yay. All right. Let's go on to the next question. The following frequency table shows the number of Callie's pictures that have been published in each of the local newspapers. Number of pictures. Number of newspapers. Find the mean number of pictures. Alrighty. It's kind of a weird question in my opinion. Following frequency table shows the number of Callie's pictures that have been published in each of the local newspapers. So 0 pictures were in 2 newspapers. It's very confusing. Alright. I say boo on this question, unless I'm missing something pretty obvious. Did they number the pictures? Like, this is picture number 1. But no, you wouldn't label something as picture number 0. Oh well, it says find the mean number of pictures. So that means 0 occurred twice. So how am I getting that? So 0 pictures occurred 2 times. 1 picture occurred 0 times, so I don't write that down. 2 occurred 0 times. 3 pictures occurred twice, and then 4 occurred once. All right, so that is the data set based on that frequency table. Again, I don't really love this. I don't know. I just think that's really kind of a confusing setup they've got there, but whatevs. Oops. Let's go back to that. All right, so we need to add those numbers up. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. And we had a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So divided by 5 equals 2. Watch it tell me I'm wrong. Just watch it. All right. Oh, I got it right, even though that was incredibly weird. I don't know. My opinion. Maybe it's really not that hard, but I just think that's weird to say. 0 pictures showed up in 2 newspapers. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just think that's a weird way of saying that. Like you would just say, I don't know. I think it's weird. All right, next question. Find the mean of the data in the pictograph below. Blank pieces of stinky cheese. Pieces of stinky cheese in each student's lunchbox. I think mostly kids just take in string cheese, don't they? Never seen a kid with like a wheel, a slice of a wheel of cheese. But apparently Sam and Abby really love that stinky cheese. Yeah, not a fan of stinky cheese. All right, anyway. So this little pictogram that they're giving us here, pictogram, I don't know, whatever it is. One little slice is 1 piece of cheese. So Caroline had 2, Sam had 4, Abby 4, and Jason 2. Okay, so let's write that down. So 2 for Caroline, 4 for Sam, 4 for Ab, and 2 for Jason. All right, so 2 plus 4, that's 6, plus 4 is 10, plus 2 is 12. So we have 12 divided by 4, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers. That is, on average, 3. Now, if you were to take this piece of cheese and put it here, it's a terrible drawing, and take this piece of cheese, if Sam gave his 1 piece to Caroline, his extra piece, and Abby gave one of her pieces to Jason. They would all then have 1, 2, 3 pieces of stinky cheese each. So that's the whole idea of mean. It's like a redistribution. It'd be like taking all of the cheese into one big old pile and saying, let's distribute this equally amongst all of the children. All right, so that's what the mean is talking about. It's on average, or if you were to redistribute it, so it was an equal amount amongst all of the people in this case. All right, so anyway, let's go ahead and check that. So we said an average of 3 pieces of stinky old cheese. Yay, nice work. Okay, so get ready, kids. Here comes the confetti. Band-Aid confetti. All right, and crystals are staring up at it. Alrighty. I'm going to not give up on that calculating the median just quite yet, but I can show you the same skill here with the last part of your assignment, calculating the median data displays. So we are ready to practice. We have 4 minutes. Here we go. The following table shows the number of innings pitched by each of the Greenberry Goblins starting pitchers during the Rock Bottom tournament. We have Calvin, Brody, Tom. I've never seen Tom's. I've seen Thomas spelled like that, but not Tom. Anyway, Sean and Chris. All right. Calvin pitched 11 innings. Brody 5. Tom 12. Sean 7. And Chris 3. Find the median. All right, so what you need to do is you need to take these numbers right here and put them in order. So the lowest number we have is Chris 3. Then Brody 5. Sean 7. Calvin 11, and Tom 12. And we need to go through and find the middle value. So this is really easy when we have an odd number of pieces of data. So we have 5 pieces of data here. So we're going to work our way into the middle, and we have 1 middle number. If you have 2 middle numbers, we have to find the halfway point between those 2 middle numbers. But we have a middle number here of 7. So 7 innings was the median. All right, just for curiosity's sake, I would like to find how the median and the mean compare. So to do that, we would add these numbers. All right, so 11 plus 5 is 16, plus 12 is 28, plus another 10 would be 38. Did I do that right? Yeah, I think so. All right, so 11 plus 5 plus 12 plus 7 plus 3 is 38 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. Pitching would be 7. Okay, so 38 divided by 5 equals 7.6. So you can see the mean and our median are pretty close. Our median was 7. Our average, or our mean, was a little bit higher, but that's because we have people like Tom and Calvin really bringing that up, you know. All right, so let's go on to our next question. Find the median of the data in the bar chart below. Dad had distance run by each family member in a relay race. Ooh, Dad went 4 kilometers. Go Mom, she went 11. Brother did 5 and sister 8. Way to go, ladies. All right, so let's see. All right, so Dad was 4. Mom was 11. Brother was 5 and sister was 8. All right, apparently I'm getting hungry or something. All right, so 4, 5, 8, and 11 is in order from least to greatest, a crucial step you need to get this right. So you'll notice there's only 4 numbers here, right? So when you count into the middle, you've got to find out what is the middle between 5 and 8. So how do you do that? Well, you add the 2. So 5 plus 8 is going to give you 13. And then you take that and you divide it by 2. So it's going to be 6.5. 6.5 is the midpoint between there. So let's go ahead and type in 6.5 kilometers and check. Woohoo. That just never gets old to me if you haven't noticed. All right. If you have noticed, good for you for continuing to watch. Find the median of the data in the dot plot below. Chocolate chips and different cookies in a package. Those sound good. You really got to be in the mood for chocolate chip cookies in a package, though. Sometimes they just sound terrible to me, and then other times it's like, that sounds really good. Always go for home baked over that, if you have that option, which from someone who hates to cook and bake, yeah, I get the package. All right. So, I'm going to stop rambling. Yeah, right. That ain't happening. All right. I'm going to write out the data set. So, we know that I would be mad. I would be legit mad if I got a cookie from a chocolate chip cookie package that had 0 chocolate chips. I would be upset with that. I'm getting mad at just the idea of that. So 1 chocolate chip cookie had 0 chocolate chips. Then it's just a cookie. All right, we have 1, which is twice, right? So also, I'd be pretty upset with that. Wouldn't be really thrilled with this 3 either. 5's reasonable. 7, reasonable. 8, 8, 8, all reasonable. More reasonable than I'm being probably, but I would be pretty upset. See, this is what happens when Keebler retires, you know what I mean? Like, they're putting 0 chocolate chips in chocolate chip cookies. Or is it Chips Ahoy? I don't know what they're doing over there, but... Well, last week they had us counting armpit hairs in a gorilla, so I should not be surprised if they would list a 0 chocolate chip and whatever. All right, back to work. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 values. So because it's an even numbered data set, we are going to fall between 2 center numbers. So let's go ahead and see where that is. And I'm just going to check this off. We are going to be between 5 and 7. Well, that's obviously 6, right? So even though you'll notice right here, there is no 6, right? There is no chocolate chip cookie in that package that actually had 6 chocolate chips. But we could easily say that half of the values were above 6. The other half was pretty piddly. Less than 6 chocolate chips. Come on. You had one job. All right, 6. Check. Oh, one thing I wanted to point out to you guys too, I have this here. There is a way of figuring out where your middle number would be when you're dealing with larger sets of data, because let's say you collected data from like 1,000 chocolate chip cookies. There is no way you would want to sit there and be like, well, let's count in, like, that would be incredibly difficult to do. You'd lose count, like, if you're, like, crossing them off. And I can't demonstrate what I'm doing really over the iPad, but, like, checking them off, like, your arms aren't long enough. Like, that would be a terribly bad method. So, there is a scientific, mathematical, maybe not scientific, but a mathematical way to do this. And what you would do is take the amount of numbers you have in your data set. So in this case, we had what, 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what you do is you take your number and add 1. So, why is that not writing? Here, so 10 plus 1, and then divide that by 2. So 11 divided by 2 is going to be 5.5. And that's going to tell you the position, not the number, but it's going to tell you the position of where your median will be. So here's spot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we want 5.5, right? This would be spot 6. So that's telling us we want to go right there. All right. So again, to figure that out, you take the number of pieces of data you have, add 1 to it, take that and divide it by 2. That's going to tell you the position of where your median is. All right. So let's move. All right. Let's move on to our next question. Find the median of the data in the dot plot below. Oh, me just collecting rocks. Isn't that sweet? All right. So 1 over rocks is 35. 2 of 38. 2 of 39 grams. 41, 42, 43, 43, 44, 44. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that's going to be in the 5.5 spot, which we learned last time. Or you can do old school counting in like this. And you're going to go, oh no, it's between these two, 39 and 41, which obviously is 40. Or you could say 10 plus 1 is 11, divided by 2 is 5.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 0.5 halfway between is 40. So 40 grams. All right, get ready for the Band-Aid confetti. I would say that never gets old, but it kind of does. I'm just being honest. All right. So, I have completed all of my assignments except for this darn calculating the median thing, which is driving me a little bit cuckoo bananas here. All right. Let me just try it one more time. Just entertain me for 1 second. All right. Oh, I think I know why. I got the hint and then I needed to actually type something in. Oh, I did though. Never mind. I did this. Maybe if I just type in the wrong thing. Will it do anything? Do you see what I'm talking about, children? This is what we call a glitch. This is a glitch. Wreck-It Ralph, where are you? All right, let's see. Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, I do not know why that is doing that. I mean, you may have theories on why this hates me, but I can't figure it out. All right. Won't even let me go to the next question. It's like it has decided to lock me into this. I am stuck on the internet of this question. It's terrible. Really terrible. It won't let me click out. I don't understand. Anyway, so that's where I'm going to end this video. Now, if I were you in this position, I would probably log out of Khan Academy, clear that app. You know, that's where you like double click like that and then, you know, swipe it away. So let me do that again. Oop. So I go like that. Clear that out. Try it again. It's still not going to work because I've already done that. But I've got to try. See all. Alright, when you go to see all, it shows that what you still need to do. Alright, so it's still not going to work. Guaranteed. That's terrible. So anyway, I haven't tried shutting it down yet, but if you face something like that, I think it's from doing the hint because it only glitched when I did the hint. So beware of the hint. But I would just do that on a different device then because it catches you in a vicious circle. Alright, anyway, enough about that. You guys have a great day. Get this done, this assignment done by tomorrow, 4 o'clock, and you will get your free, well, they're not really free, but you will get your points for working, which will boost your averages, which will be great and makes everybody happy to have kids that have good averages. It makes your math teacher very happy. It makes your parents very happy. And most importantly, it should make you happy because you're going to need this stuff in 7th grade. You definitely need statistics in 7th grade. And you should know them for life anyway because you hear these all the time. You probably have heard them more than you even realize. But now that you know these terms, you will take note. Anyway, you guys have a lovely evening. Go build a snowman in that snow that fell yesterday. Hopefully it melted at your house. It melted here. Get outside, have some fun before the rain comes. And I will see you next time on